Hello, wonderful story lovers, and welcome to our magical corner of Storytime adventures. Today, we have a very special story about two best friends, a little pink bunny named Pinky and a little brown bunny named Brownie. Get ready for an adventure that teaches us something super important. Let's hop right in. Once upon a time, in a sun-drenched meadow filled with dandelion fluff and buzzing bees, lived two of the bestest friends you could ever meet. Pinky, a bunny with fur the color of a summer sunrise, was bouncy and full of giggles. Brownie, whose coat was the rich brown of chocolate cake, was thoughtful and gentle. They did everything together, from nibbling on sweet clover to playing hide-and-seek among the giant oak trees. One bright morning, Old Man Owl, the wisest creature in the meadow, announced a grand competition, the Great Carrot Climb. At the very top of Sunny Slope Hill stood a legendary giant carrot, sparkling in the sun. It was said to be the sweetest, crunchiest carrot in the entire world. The first bunny to reach it would win the title of carrot champion. Pinky's ears perked up with excitement. A giant carrot, Brownie. Imagine. We have to win it. Brownie's nose twitched. Sunny Slope Hill was known for being steep and tricky. It looks very high, Pinky, he said softly. But if you want to try, I'll try with you. The next day, bunnies from all over the meadow gathered at the bottom of the hill. The race began. Pinky, full of energy, bounded ahead, hopping and skipping with joy. Brownie followed, taking his time and choosing his steps carefully. The first part of the climb was easy, a gentle grassy slope. This is fun, Pinky giggled, doing a little dance. But soon, the path grew steeper. They reached a section covered in loose pebbles. Pinky, still hopping quickly, slipped. Whoops! She tumbled a few feet back down, landing in a soft patch of moss. Oof! She said, shaking the dust from her pink fur. She tried again, a little slower this time. But the pebbles kept sliding under her paws. She slipped again, and again. Tears started to well up in Pinky's eyes. It's too hard, Brownie, she sniffled. My paws just won't stay put. Maybe we should just go home and eat the regular carrots in our garden. Brownie hopped over and gave his friend a gentle nuzzle. Don't give up, Pinky, he said in his calm voice. Look closely. The pebbles are slippery, but see those patches of grass in between? If we hop from grass patch to grass patch, we can make it. Pinky wiped her eyes and looked. Brownie was right. There was a path of sturdy green patches zigzagging up the pebbly slope. Oh, I didn't see that, she said. Following Brownie's lead, they carefully hopped from one green spot to the next. It was slow, but it was steady. Soon they were past the slippery pebbles. We did it! Pinky cheered. Their next challenge was a thick, thorny briar patch that blocked the path. The thorns looked sharp and scary. Pinky's ears drooped. Oh no, she whispered. We can't go through that. We'll get all scratched up. She was ready to turn back again. But Brownie didn't give up. He looked left and he looked right. His eyes scanned the entire briar patch. Wait a minute, Pinky, he said, pointing his nose towards the bottom of the patch. Down there. The branches are much thinner, and there's a little tunnel a mole must have dug. It looks just big enough for us to wiggle through. Pinky peered down. It was a small opening, but Brownie was right again. It was a safe way through. You're so smart, Brownie, she exclaimed. They crawled on their bellies and wiggled and squirmed through the tunnel, their fluffy tails bobbing behind them. They emerged on the other side without a single scratch, just a few leaves in their fur. They were getting closer to the top. They could see the giant carrot gleaming, bigger and brighter than ever. Just one more obstacle stood in their way, a small, babbling brook. It wasn't very wide, but it was too far to jump in one hop. Pinky looked at the gurgling water. I'm not a good jumper, she said sadly. I'll fall in for sure. Brownie sat and thought for a moment, his whiskers twitching. He looked at the brook, then at the bank. He spotted a long, sturdy fallen branch lying nearby. I have an idea, he announced. If we work together, we can push this branch over the water. It can be our very own bridge. It was a heavy branch, too heavy for one little bunny. But with Pinky pushing from one side and Brownie pushing from the other, they huffed and they puffed. Push, Pinky, push! grunted Brownie. I'm pushing, panted Pinky. Slowly, inch by inch, the branch moved. With one final mighty shove, it fell across the brook with a soft thump, a perfect bunny bridge. They scampered across their new bridge, their hearts thumping with excitement. There it was, the top of the hill. And standing right in front of them was the magnificent giant carrot. It was even bigger than they had imagined, glowing orange in the afternoon sun. They had made it. Pinky and Brownie looked at each other, their faces beaming. They hadn't been the fastest, but they had finished together. They reached out their paws and touched the giant carrot at the very same time. Old Man Owl hooted from a nearby tree. Hoo hoo, hoo. Congratulations, Pinky and Brownie. You are our carrot champions. As they nibbled on the sweet, crunchy carrot, sharing every bite, Pinky looked at her best friend. I couldn't have done it without you, Brownie, she said. I wanted to give up so many times. When I slipped on the pebbles, when I saw the thorns, and when I saw the brook. But you never let us quit. Brownie smiled. And I couldn't have done it without you, Pinky. Your excitement is what made me want to start the race in the first place. We did it because we didn't give up and we worked together. And that's the wonderful lesson of our story today. Pinky and Brownie showed us the power of perseverance. That's a big word, but it just means not giving up, even when things get really, really hard. Sometimes a challenge looks too big, like a steep hill or a thorny patch. But if you stop, think, and try a different way, or ask a friend for help, you can overcome anything. Just like Pinky and Brownie, when you keep trying and believe in yourself, you can reach your very own giant carrot. Thank you so much for joining us for the story of Pinky and Brownie's great carrot climb. We hope you loved it. Remember to always keep trying your best. If you enjoyed our adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more wonderful stories. See you next time. Bye-bye.